Why, hello! Welcome to the ShElite Showcase. I am your hostess with the mostest, the shaman of ShElite, the hardest working woman in podcasting,
Absolutely.
Miss Katie Kinsey Bebe.
Baby. I'm sorry, I opened my fingers. Whoops. Baby.
It became the acclaimed. It just became,
Yeah, the
yeah,
acclaim just kind of slipped in.
that's fine. I get it. That's okay.
Yeah. It
Joining
happens.
me, yeah, it happens. Joining me, of course. Why that's going super slow. My love ghost. She's this way. The Young Bucks Nation
Yeah.
sensation, the Fire Breathin', the Rhodes family eaten, the Spice of Life, the sassiest senorita that I know, the Hangman Adam Page, to my widow Adam Cole Bebe. I'm of course talking about Miss Y2 Garcia Savannah.
No, 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 no.
How are you?
I'm doing okay. I mean, I was just venting to you about the struggles I had just to get on. Like, nothing was going right. Like, nothing at all. And my iPad could be not broken, but something's wrong with like the charger port, and now I don't know what to do. And I don't know what to like as far as taking it like to get it fixed, because again, some people will just charge you just to look at it. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a little conflicted there, but I mean, I could still see the chat. I worked something out on my laptop here, so yeah, there's that.
We figured it out. The vibes are there.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
things are Gucci. Um, before we dive into these news and rumors and things, if you're watching live on twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase, usually Thursday 6 p.m. Eastern ish, usually about like 6:15. We'll say 6:15. 6:15 to be safe. Um,
Yeah.
thank you for watching live. Hi, that's us. You can see us. Hi. If you're watching the
Hi.
video, you can, watch on youtube.com/ShElite Showcase. If you want to listen, Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, or Apple Podcasts. And while you're doing all of those things, make sure you're, liking, subscribing, following. Follow the
Following.
Twitch, please.
We're so close.
We're 6 people away. 6.
6.
So, y'all gotta get 6 friends. Figure it out.
Or make 6 accounts and then just follow them.
That is a possibility. I would suggest not maybe doing that, but
Yeah.
that's okay. That's okay. No, we're not talking about Roadblock, Jesus. I'm over Roadblock. I'm over it. And yeah, we're not here to talk about that. And again, before news and rumors, this entire month, this being Women's History Month, we're women,
Yeah.
you can get 10% off on our shop. You can use the code ShElite. You can get the logo, tee, hoodie, sticker, whatever. You can get the Pro Wrestling Pro Choice shirt, sticker, whatever. The proceeds from that go to Planned Parenthood. And there is a new piece of merch. No, it is not the All-American. I couldn't get it.
No?
Due to legality reasons, I
Damn.
had everything set up. I hit go live with it, and then immediately got an email being like, "Oh, fam, y'all can't do that." So I did try.
Damn it.
Maybe I can like figure a way around it and like change the name if I have to. It's not completely dead yet. We will figure it out.
I do have a suggestion, but it can wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
The other piece that's up there right now, again, stickers, hoodies, shirts, whatever.
Yeah.
Reek, every time I go on Young Kings, has deemed me the quote Sultan of Step on Me for a multitude of reasons. I mean, if y'all know me, you know my obsession with very strong, beautiful ladies. So I took one of the prettiest fonts on Teespring and made it look super pretty and some cute colors. So even if nobody buys it, I just thought it was really fun to make. So it's up there if you want to also be a sultan of Step on Me.
Yeah, that's you. I mean, you should. I mean, I definitely probably might invest in that.
Honestly,
Just to
check
confuse
it
the
out
hell out of people.
because the colors I chose for like I picked like lighter colors because I did a black
Mm-hmm.
font. Oh, some of them looks so nice on like a baby pink, a baby blue. I'm just
I like
saying.
baby blue.
I'm just saying.
Well, it's crazy now that we're talking about our merch and just kind of going back to the pro wrestling pro choice merch. If I remember correctly, because I think I could have sworn I remember I was on spring break when it happened when women lost their rights. I was like, they really did this on Women's Month. I could have sworn
Probably
that
happened.
that's when it happened.
That's probably when it happened.
I because I remember people were saying like how you like of all like not only doing it is fucked up, but of all the months of the year, like you really just gotta like kick yeah bullshit. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, it's high key some bullshit. And we'll talk more about Women's History
Yeah,
Month later. But this is also ShElite, so we always talk about women's
women's
history,
wrestling.
women's wrestling, all of it, because who run the world?
Girls. Beyonce said it, so it has to be true.
That's facts. And I knew that there would be a little delay on your end, so like I paused and waited, and we said it at the exact same time, so that made me so happy.
Oh, nice. So I have a slight delay.
Yeah, I don't know why it is like that, but
That's weird.
hi TC. I like that he doesn't even say he must not be name Polovek's father-in-law.
I mean, hey, sometimes that's how it be. He's like Voldemort, but in wrestling, in the wrestling world.
True.
Instead of the wizarding world, the wrestling world.
Ooh. Imagine? No, that's not gonna be the question. Maybe that'll be a question
No.
next week. Maybe, we'll see. Maybe I have ideas brewing now. We'll figure it out. Alright, now we're gonna finally also look at my tattoo. This is so nice. Wait. Yeah. There we go. I feel like it doesn't get shown enough and I love it. Sorry. I got really distracted.
No, you're fine. It's a beautiful tattoo.
Oh my god, thank you so much. It's my favorite. It's my favorite tattoo right now, and I'm trying to plan my next one. I just don't know where I want to put it, because my sister's getting married next year, so I got to think about placement on my arm, because I want this to be a sleeve eventually, but I don't know how much of the sleeve I'll get done before April next year. So, we planning. What did I miss? I had to take a phone call. Allison, you just missed,
Intros.
Some intros.
That's basically it. We're not even in the news and rumors yet.
Nope. But we're about to be.
It's a good segue. And now, onto the news and rumors.
And now, a lot of it's AEW centered, mainly because Revolution just happened on Sunday. Yeah. 10 minutes worth of women's segments last night on International Women's Day. I love it. Ooh, TC, don't worry. We will talk about that. Listen, it's just proven at this point. Tony Khan hates women. Like, you have a roster of about maybe 40 women, and you're not. You know what? I'm not gonna rant right now. I'm not going to.
You sure? Are you sure about that? Like John Cena.
I love that meme. Fucking hysterical.
Are you sure about that?
Will says he's sorry. He's missed the show. He's in an interview. That's okay. I'll see Will in a few hours.
I thought that was Will commenting. I'm like, Will, then what the fuck are you doing? Go do your interview.
No, it's.
I thought, yeah, because I saw you reading the comment, and like I heard you reading the comment, and I was like, what's he doing here? But then I saw, Allison was saying it on Will's behalf.
That's all right. Joking. All right, AEW, All Access. We now have a debut date, March 29th. For those who don't know and were not aware, AEW All Access is basically like a Roads to the Top, Ms. and Mrs. esque show, Total Divas esque show.
It's Total
Divas.
Total Divas.
It's going to be following the lives recently of Adam Cole, Bebe, Britt Baker, DMD, excuse me, the Bucks, Tony Khan for some reason, Sammy Guevara.
Tony kind of has to be in there. I would have been shocked if he wasn't. I mean, this dude has made an announcement like at least 2 out of the last 3 weeks.
Bro, the
announcement.
Yeah, major announcements. Oh, you're
like, dude,
upgrading the title to a new name? Fuck off.
Or not just that, but like again, it was the announcement of All Access. The only thing that made that announcement good was Adam Cole announcing it. But really, you could have just tweeted it like, "Look, we're doing this. It's gonna be on this day. Yeah. Enjoy." You didn't need to interrupt your weekly televised program to announce that.
Honestly,
everyone thought it was going to be Forbidden Door 2. And honestly, I kind of was hoping that, but it wasn't that,
So, I don't remember what cable service it is or anything, but they have listed on their cable service that Forbidden Door 2 is in, like, June.
It was June last year, which is good, because I'll be off. You know, I'll be out of school by then.
That's true. I would
well, actually, fuck, I might not be. I have to take a couple summer courses.
Wait, aren't you taking summer classes?
Just 2. And actually one of them could be like anything I want. It could be as fucking simple as I want. I just need like an extra class to like say like I took enough classes to graduate. So it could be literally anything.
Pick the easiest class.
And then the other one, I don't know. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm gonna do.
As you should.
Like, yeah, exactly. I'm like,
Allison said June 29th-ish, she thinks. Gracias.
It was June 26th last year, so.
Does it say 5th or 9th? 9th.
So okay. I hope, like, look, I don't want to sound mean, because, but I just hope it's in a different city this time. Nothing, like, personal against Chicago, because, you know, I went there and I loved it. But, you know, variety, you know? Like, there's a whole other, like.
Means.
It's either Texas or Chicago, which, I mean, I don't mind Texas, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to go anyway, because we have, like, not like plans in the summer, but like stuff that we're saving up for. So I don't think I'll be able to go if it was in Texas. Maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I understand. But the best part about now having a date to All Access is we're getting rid of Power Slap because fuck that stupid show. 2 or yes. B, I don't even remember what I said anymore. The Dynamite that is going to be on right before this debuts. Adam Cole comes back to the ring, and I'm so happy. I have been waiting for Adam Cole to return to in-ring competition. So I'm very
happy. Who do you think's going to be his opponent?
Oh, I don't know.
It's got to be someone good. You don't like... I wanted, like, nothing against, like, it's not that I don't think Adam Cole can make any match good, but I want, like, something like, oh, shit, this is gonna be great, you know? Like, not, oh, because Adam Cole's obviously gonna win, let's put him up against some jobber, you know? No, yeah, I want, like, a good challenger for him.
Matt said, Katie loves Power Slap. Katie does not love Power Slap.
I even saw articles about, like, the effects that shit like that is bringing to, like, their, you know...
Bro,
it's not good. Like
CTE out the fucking ass with that. Like, goddamn.
If there's look at Antonio Brown and then tell me that Power Slap competition is a good idea.
Sheesh.
It's not.
Jesus also said he's gonna be Adam Cole's opponent. No, you're not. Let's talk about Revolution.
Katie, really quick.
Oh, yes.
It honestly though, okay, like Jesus seems like the perfect opponent because he's Jesus and Adam Cole died for our sins, which also makes him Jesus.
Oh my god.
So it's a Jesus versus Jesus match. I mean, that sounds great. Except Jesus, I'm sorry, but other Jesus, aka Adam Cole, Bebe, is going to win.
Specifically Bebe. Yeah, I did not expect you to take it that route. Okay. Matt says Hangman, Mox, Claudio, Miro, Black, or Keith Lee.
Look, Hangman is a good choice. First of all, this dude's on fire at the moment. And also, it's like the rubber match between the two. The rubber match, you know, complete the trilogy. And then, as much as I love Hangman, you know, I said Adam Cole's going to win. Because he is. It's his return. Obviously, he deserves the win. But look, it'll be like, you know, after 2 attempts where he unfortunately falls short to Hangman, now he gets his redemption. What a good way to start. And then they show their mutual respect for each other in the end because they're both faces. Ta-da!
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Yeah.
Ta-da! Mood. I have a lot of weird energy and vibes right now. It's fine.
I'm surprised I have energy because I was up like at 6 in the morning and I didn't go to sleep till close to 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hi, Will. Thank you.
Oh, hi, Will.
See you soon.
Hey.
See you soon, buddy.
I'll see you on Sunday.
So now we get to Revolution. Savannah, you can close your ears, close your eyes.
I'm gonna go cry, everybody.
And new
Let me hug the Kenny.
AEW Trios Champions Buddy Matthews, Brody King, Malachi Black, House of Black. Woo!
I honestly, out of all the trios tag teams, they're probably the ones I'm most okay with them losing the titles to. Like, honestly, like, I was upset because the reign was so short, and if you really think about it, if this was like the plan all along, if they would have never had the titles taken from them, they would have had a good 6 months with the titles.
That is true. That is true.
So, but given, unspeakable, we will not speak of circumstances.
All out.
Yeah, basically. Obviously shit happened. They got the titles taken, and then they've only had it for 2 months. So I'm like,
the boycott
what boycott?
Oh yeah, Vince was boycotting AEW. He wasn't watching Dynamite because the Elite were champions. So he's just being petty. But now he has no excuse not to watch Dynamite.
Oh, okay. But then again, whoever said Vince's opinion ever meant shit? No.
Oh! Shit!
I'm just kidding, Vince. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Vince.
Damn.
But yeah, of all the trios teams, House of Black definitely, and then it was a really good match too. So,
bro,
I mean,
Nick Jackson got sent to the Shadow Realm. God damn.
Dude, that knee by Buddy Matthews. Dude, that was a good ass spot. Oh my god.
I think I saw Nick Jackson's soul leave his body.
Like, you literally saw like his mouth open and just whoo, like the little sperm cell of a soul just like swimming out.
Gone. And then Julia Hart taking a V-trigger like a goddamn champion.
That's my bro. She's just living my dream, taking a V. But also, I thought she was again. I kind of predicted this. I thought she was gonna miss one of them, but it might happen next week. They're having a match, with the JAS, of course. But I mean, someone's gonna get missed, and honestly, I hope it's fucking Jake
everybody in both teams. I hope it's everybody except the House of Black that gets missed.
I mean, Malachi, like, already, his face is already, like, you've already seen that. So if he does get missed, I don't think it's going to affect him, which, honestly, that would be pretty cool. Like, if Julia Hart accidentally missed Malachi, and he just not even phased, that would be fucking cool. Like, he'd be like, whatever, let's just keep going, and then, boom, what's his, like, finisher called? Because it was Black Mass when he was in WWE, when he was in NXT, or even in the main roster. But like, is there a new name? Because as far as I know, I don't know what it is, if there is one.
I actually don't know.
I want to call it like the roundhead. Yeah, I mean, because he's still he's Malachi Black instead of Aleister Black. Yeah. So I mean, it still works.
Yeah, I don't know. But, actually, Matt, do you know? I don't know if Matt will know either. Vince was mad specifically because the Elite beat Death Triangle, and then he started a boycott after that. That's why.
Okay. But then again, like I said, Vince's opinion don't mean shit.
God damn. Yes. So anyways, we're gonna move on.
Yeah.
Before I get to like more champion stuff, we had the triple threat, the 3-way, whatever the hell they call it, for the women's title. Ruby Soho has finally chosen a side. She chose the side of the outsiders, the freelancers, outcasts, whatever the fuck they're called now. Which the swerve was pretty good, I will admit, because she was even talking shit to Saraya and Tony. She's like, "This is our house, bitches," and then just beats the shit out of Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker. I was like, God damn, she really had me going for a second. She had me in the first half, not gonna lie. And then we also saw the return of FTR after the tag titles match, which, like, we predicted. We said it last week. Go us. Go team.
Ass boys.
Yeah, I don't really give a shit about the ass boys. But
I think I said this last week also. The ass boys have no ass for, like, being called the ass boys. They certainly have no.
Bro, dead ass. They have none. Dead ass. How many times can we say ass?
Dead ass. I'm dead ass. You're the lightning.
And then, okay, I'll just put all of the TNT stuff in one go. Also, hi heel tactics, Justin. Hi JJ.
Fucking hi Justin, and then Jesus.
FTR should team with Coyote and call themselves FTR. Yeah, they could.
And Mr. Krabs can manage them.
Okay. That was terrible. I'm so sorry. At Revolution, we got a new TNT champion, War Daddy Wardlow. You guys are probably wondering, Katie, why are you not more happy about this? That's your man, you know?
Oh.
Well, what happened was this man's car got broken into on Tuesday. TNT title, gone. All of his clothing and everything in the car, gone. And then Wednesday comes rolling around, and he's like, well, I'm in street clothes. We're going to fuck around and find out. We're making this a Falls Count Anywhere match between him and Hobbs, because Hobbs cashed in the golden butthole for Dynamite. Which, that's fine. I have no issue with that. What I do have an issue with is, of all people who cost Wardlow the title, which Wardlow should have never fucking lost the title if you were going to have him reign for 4 days. Still pissed about that.
Yeah.
He never should have lost it to Smojo back then. Whatever, a few months ago. You have QT Marshall. I hope I'm saying that loud enough for everybody. QT Marshall.
Who's that again?
Of all fucking people, screw over Wardlow because he has a debt to pay to Hobbs. Suck my dick, because no. I would have been fine with Hobbs. I love Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm happy he's champion. I would like to state that for the fact. Wardlow has just gotten screwed in this situation. It is bullshit.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, yeah, I was upset, like I mentioned, about the Elite not having the titles for that long, but then this happened to Wardlow. I'm like, okay, it could have been worse. It could have been fucking worse. I was like, I'll stop complaining now. God damn, poor Wardlow. I mean, again, why, like, first of all, like, this could have been approached in many different ways. First of all, you could have had Wardlow not lose the title, like, to Samoa Joe back then.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against Samoa Joe, but I mean, he's a champion already, So, I mean, not like he's titleless. Not saying he doesn't deserve a title, but he already has one, so it's cool. Or you didn't have to schedule the match to be the week right after. You could have done it like Double or Nothing. You could have done. I mean, they like to change the rules all the time anyway. I mean, it's supposed to be the face of the Revolution ladder match, and you didn't even do it at Revolution. So fuck the rules at this point. Have Hobbs challenge whenever the fuck he wants.
You could have just done what we suggested was have Hobbs cash in the golden butthole at Revolution, and we could have just got another big mini men slap and meat triple threat, but no!
Or you could have extended it to Double or Nothing, where you could have had a Hobbs and Wardlow in a match, That's a good-ass pay-per-view match right there.
It is, and TC's right. Rip to any chance Wardlow has of regaining his momentum from 10 months ago. It's bullshit. I hate it here.
Poor War Daddy. Like,
I'll comfort him. It's okay.
By having him step on you.
He can, if he wants.
Yeah. I know you would let him do that to you too. It's not just women.
That's true.
War Daddy's an exception also.
Facts. All facts, no printer. You're correct. You're 100% correct.
Yeah.
But like I said, we big sad over here for War Daddy Wardlow. Man's just getting screwed,
Yeah.
not in a good way. But
You're just
much respect, much loved Powerhouse Hobbs. That man has busted his ass. He deserves to be champion. Point blank. Period.
I know. Please let him have like a title reign that's at least longer than 2 months. Please,
If
like the TNT title is so is all over the place. The people I saw it on Twitter. People were calling it the 24/7 title. I'm like, they might as well, like, because like you know how they used to redesign the title all the time. Mm-hmm. People are like, this is the newest design. It was the 24/7 title. I'm like, dude, at this point, it fucking is.
Somebody, I can't remember. Like, I saw multiple people tweeting about it. The TNT title has changed hands every single month this year.
That's crazy. Oh Lord. But it's also like, the title is, you know, newer, if you will, than the AEW World Title, and it has had, I want to like at least double the champions, or at least double the reigns.
Okay, well let's think about this real quick. Let's math.
Let's math. I suck at math.
All right, so
okay.
AEW World Champions. Jericho.
If we're counting, are we counting like title holders or title reigns? Or are we gonna do both?
We'll do title holders.
Okay, so Jericho, Mox, Omega, Page, Punk, Maxwell.
6. TNT.
The Infinity Gauntlet, bro.
The fucking gauntlet. TNT. Coterie Rhodes.
Who?
Lee. Darby
Allin.
Miro.
Sammy Guevara.
Wardlow,
Scorpio
Sky. Samoa Joe. Powerhouse Hobbs. That's 9.
Okay, so maybe it's the number of title holders hasn't been as much, but title reigns? Different story.
Darby's 2-time. Samoa Joe.
Cody's 3-time, I think.
Cody might be 3. Sammy's 2.
No, Sammy's 3, I think, because I think people were like, "Oh, they're trying to erase
Sammy
Cody's reign."
That's right.
I don't even know, man.
I don't know.
And all I know is that everyone else was once except Punk and Mox. Mox is 3 times, I believe. Yeah, right? Because he won it in Revolution, and then he beat CM Punk. Yeah, he's a 3-time champ, and then he won after the Brawl Out.
And can you believe this man still isn't on vacation?
Well, he showed.
Brian took his vacation.
I know, bro. Brian told Mox, "I don't give a shit about your kid."
I shit you not. When I saw that graphic that Tony Khan tweeted, after his grueling Texas death, whatever the fuck he said in the tweet about Mox.
Poor Mox.
I said, for fuck's sake, let Mox go on vacation. Call up Utes. Be like, "Hey Utes, you coming in?"
I thought that was a good, like, the Texas death was a good way to kind of like segue him off into the sunset,
God.
For his vacation. God. But no, he's right back, and there's still unfinished business, because if you saw Dynamite, there's this whole thing with the Dark Order, and now Hangman's back in business with Mox because he helped Dark Order out, which I'm glad he did. They're his friends, but it just goes to show that this feud ain't exactly over. However, I do think Hangman, it's gonna be more Hangman and Claudio. I just have this feeling
that match is gonna slap.
Yeah,
we fucks with the heel BBC over here.
Yeah. Oh man, I heard they go hard.
Savannah.
I know,
you can't be making those jokes on here. Your dad watches.
I know.
I can, because I don't know your dad. Hi, Savannah. Okay, funny. we need to get back on track. We are.
Yeah, where were we?
Justin said, "I beg your pardon." Tactics, you heard nothing, sir. You heard nothing. Anyways, okay, Dragon Lee showed up in NXT finally at, Roadblock after months of speculation and a lot of visa issues, which he wasn't the only one. I know, Lucha Bros had issues with their visas too, a few months ago. But
even Kenny Omega had issues with his visa.
Bro, everyone had visa issues at the beginning of this month.
Why?
I don't know. But he did show up in the crowd. So I like that they did that again because like I missed when they would do that at like takeovers and stuff. Show like like Keith Lee and I think they did it with no, I don't think they did it with Asuka. But they did it with like everybody. Riddle, even though no one likes Riddle and nobody cares about him, but it was a thing. So that happened. Saraya, not Saraya, you know, NXT Saraya.
Yeah. They have their own kind of...
They did do it with Asuka. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, so Saraya, who hasn't wrestled a match since August of last year, is leaving the company, according to Tokyo Sports. So I don't know, I didn't fully read when her contract is done, but she basically said, I'm out. See you guys later. I'm gonna go do something else. Which sucks because
shit I'm out.
She was great in ring, and like she wasn't properly utilized in a women's division that could have used her. So it is unfortunate, but hopefully she goes on to bigger and better things. We wish nothing but the best for her. Congratulations. Pop off, queen. Go do things.
Yeah.
Backlash is going to be in Puerto Rico, baby. Hosted by Bad Bunny? Come on. That's fucking awesome.
I was actually a bit surprised when they announced that Puerto Rico was gonna have a pay-per-view, because like they just went through like an earthquake, was it? Like not too long ago. I'm just like, oh, I hope that means that they're doing all right over there, because, you know, I would hate for things to still be in shambles around them. But look, they're doing a wrestling event. Go watch that. Spend your money here. Oh, you're homeless? Watch this wrestling pay-per-view. You'll have a home for freaking 5 hours right here. So I just hope this means that everyone is all right.
I would assume
everything's good over there.
Things are better there. But... I hope things are better there. Yeah.
Because I have a friend who's from Puerto Rico, and she has family who lives there. And so she was telling me all about the damage and stuff, and all the stuff that we didn't have power and there was flooding. So I was like...
Shit's wild.
I like nothing against the country. I'm glad they're getting a pay-per-view, especially if it can distract from what they just fucking went through not too long ago. Mm-hmm. But I just hope that the circumstances allow it, and it's like everything's good to allow it, you know?
I get you. The final thing I have, it was just announced, I don't know if it was on Ring of Honor last week or like Ring of Honor tapings, but Mark Briscoe came out to the ring and said there's going to be a Reach for the Sky ladder match to determine new Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. The match is going to take place at Supercard of Honor on March 31st, and the first team announced for that tournament match so far is the Lucha Bros, which makes sense.
Yeah.
This is what people have been suggesting. There be some type of like memorial match in honor of Jay for the titles.
Hard, bro.
And I feel like that's the most fitting. So
if Mark Briscoe presents the titles to the winners, I think I'm gonna lose it, dude. Like that's just gonna it's gonna hit me like ugly.
Yeah, that's
like if he like gives them. Yeah. I can only imagine how the tag team that wins the titles, like I can only imagine how they're gonna feel. I mean, but still, like, it's probably gonna still be emotional as fuck, you know? 100%. Like, I'm not gonna cry. Like, it's not even gonna happen yet. You're not gonna cry. No, but it hasn't happened yet. I gotta wait until then at least. But still, just thinking about it's like, oh man.
Yeah, you got time. You still have like 3 weeks to cry, so you're fine. You got time.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you have anything else that I missed?
Other than the New Japan Cup is either starting or is about to start. I have not kept up with New Japan this like past week and a half because, oh my god, Katie, it's been a long week. I had an exam on Tuesday. I had shit to do, like assignments, extra credit. It's been a long week.
I get you. I understand.
So I haven't really been able to keep up as much. I was barely able to watch Revolution. Like even then I kind of had to stay up past like, midnight and stuff to finish some work. but wasn't a good week at all. So
Hey, I get it.
haven't. But I know there's that going on with New Japan. I'm not exactly sure if it already started
Okay.
or if it's about to start. But it is New Japan Cup season, if you will.
Yes.
There's a turn. There you go.
I did see a bracket. Now that I recall.
Yeah, but I don't remember if it started.
I guess we'll all find out next week if the cup or the tournament actually started.
Yeah, I'll let you
all
all know next week. Yeah, I'll be on spring break, so I definitely will be able to, catch you up, or at least not. It's a pretty big tournament, but at least let you know, like, hey, it was last week that it started, or oh no, it hasn't started.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out. Y'all,
Yeah.
you guys might know before, so we know at this point.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna shift it down to today in women's wrestling history. I decided to give some Impact some love. I know. Stay with me, guys. Because like the knockouts don't get the recognition they deserve, which is just
that is true
at this point. They're the true trendsetters. WWE ain't got shit on the knockouts. The knockouts have been doing it longer and kind of better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yes, I said Impact. Jesus.
It's just sad that like this is the company that the knockouts happen to be on, because like if it was AEW, if it was WWE, like I'm pretty sure like they would get a lot more credit, which is sad though because they are phenomenal athletes, and I wish honestly it's them that kind of want to get me to like maybe not keep up with Impact, but I'll watch some matches here and there.
Yeah, and like so this was from just like a regular show in 2021. Jazz, y'all know Jazz. She was in WWE. Y'all know Jazz. She was great.
Yeah.
She had like a run. I don't know if she still is, but she did have a run around that time, kind of just in Impact, some indie stuff here and there. And she defeated Tasha Steelz, and Tasha Steelz is hell of a competitor. We just talked about her last night because we did a March Madness women's wrestling thing for Vince's channel. So we talked about Tasha Steelz. And then ODB defeated Susan. Now you guys might be like, Susan? Who is that? If you guys know who Su Yung is, she has multiple characters and personalities in the Impact Zone, if you will. So that was one of them. That's the one ODB faced and beat.
Yeah.
So yay, Impact. Jesus said, trust me, I am Susan. If the knockouts were in AEW, they'd get 10 minutes total a week. I mean,
I meant like as far as the treatment is concerned, like if there was that good of a division in companies like that. I'm not saying that if they were in AEW, which I don't think is the case, because again, they don't know how to book the women.
Exhibit yesterday.
Yeah, Exhibit yesterday. Good example.
Thank you. All right. Let's kick this into overdrive. Wrestlers of the week. I believe it is my turn to go first.
It is your turn.
I'm gonna start with my tag team. I already mentioned them.
Yeah, I wonder who it is.
I don't know. It's the motherfucking House of Black. Come on, no. I have been waiting for these men to hold titles. I love it. I need it. I want it in my veins. I'll get misted. Shit, I'm down. Julia Hart.
I said it too. I was gonna say I would totally get misted by Malachi. Even like that's initiation,
I'll get misted by anyone. All four.
Yeah, but it's because when I said it, I don't think Julia had joined the House of Black yet. So
which I aspire to have her style. That's a queen.
There's that picture where she's holding all three of the titles. I'm like, that's fucking awesome. I'm glad that they still acknowledge that she is still part of the House of Black,
She is. But yeah, House of Black, they finally won that gold, and I've never been happier. So, House of Black is my tag team this week.
Yeah. I kind of assumed so, because I didn't see much tag wrestling.
Yeah, there wasn't really
outside of that. That being said, I kind of knew Katie was going to choose the House of Black, and like I said, there wasn't that much tag wrestling, so I'm going to, stick with my guys. I don't give a shit. Call me a mark. Call me whatever the fuck you want. It's my pick. And I'm giving it to the Elite. Because honestly, it would have been both had I not known that Katie was going to choose the House of Black also. But like I said in the beginning of the show, it was a really good match, and we just talked about Nick Jackson's soul being like launched just out of his body. That knee strike,
Bro.
Kenny Omega taking on all three members, Nick getting freaking chokehold or choke held over the rope by Brody King, and like there was this part where Nick was in the ring, and he tried to like go get some offense, and it was not working. And then you know how he does the thing, he gets him in the chest, goes over the ropes, and does the DDT. He instead of like he played it smart, instead of doing the because obviously the chop or the slap didn't work, so he fucking kicks him in the face and then does it. I'm like, that's good. That's
way to do it.
Yeah. And then there was another spot where I was like, Matt, like I love Matt. Okay, Matt Jackson to be specific, because there's a Matt in the chat, but Matt Jackson was the legal man, and I'm like, dude, Matt, you're the shortest, smallest one, not just of the elite, but like every single person outside of Julia in this match, or at ringside. And I was like, and he called out Brody King, the biggest fucking dude, who made Kenny look small. Like Kenny's not a small dude, but he made him look fucking small. And he called him out, and then he gets tagged in, and then Matt takes a look at him and it's like, yeah, fuck this shit, and goes to tag Nick, and Nick's like was like, no. And I was like, you know what, Nick, good for you. It wasn't your choice to make Brody tag himself in. Just thought that was a funny spot.
Yeah,
funny
Nick's like
spot.
hyping him up, and he's like, you got it, Matt. And then Matt's like, no. And then he's like,
yeah, never
like,
mind.
Fuck you. You chose it.
Yeah, he's like, no. Funny spot. Good match. Nick Jackson, if your soul's still around, hope you're doing good.
Yeah, I don't know. Dude, he might still be in the Shadow Realm. We don't know.
I know, like the Shadow Realm. Yeah, Nick, if you could. I mean, he posted on Instagram, but I don't know if that's like his soul or like the shell of a man that he is.
It might be the shell of a man.
Shell of
was.
Yeah, like it's his what is it called? Like his hollow body, just nice. Doing that with no soul.
Nice.
Poor Nick. But good match. Really good match. Props to both teams. Like I said, any other trios, I probably wouldn't have been as happy. But I do love the House of Black. I have a House of Black shirt. I love Malachi. Buddy Murphy's fucking awesome. Like we talked about, fucking Julia's amazing. I'm so glad she joined them. That's probably the best thing they could have done with her. Mm-hmm. So yeah. In this credit where it's due and deserved.
In this house, we stand the house. And always remember, kids, always bet on Black. Wink. Ding.
Wink. Ding.
if I had a sound effect, I would definitely use it there. I'm gonna move on to my famales, my womans, if you will. Womanses. I have technically 3. I'm making them short. Jamie Hayter retained her championship in a hell of a match, hell of a 3-way.
Yeah.
I love Jamie. How organically over she's gotten with the crowd. Her and Britt together. Everything she's doing is working, and I love Jamie. So big shout out to Jamie Hayter.
Yeah.
And then it's both competitors in this match. I'm giving it to Roxanne Perez, who retained her NXT championship, women's championship, against the final boss, Meiko Satomura, on Tuesday at Round Blanc. Which this match could have been a stand and deliver, but no, give me Brown. I'm still mad. But it was a fucking God. Roxanne got like taken out via ambulance at the very, very end after she won.
I saw that. She apparently collapsed.
Bro,
and
if it's not real, that was the realest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The arena, the whatever, silence. You could hear a fucking pin drop there. I caught myself just staring at the TV being like, oh fuck, is she like legit okay?
Yeah, like I see people arguing over whether or not it's a work or not, and I think regardless, the effect it had on everyone watching, very scary to say the least. Shocking.
Kudos to Roxanne and Meiko, because Meiko sold it too. Is after Roxanne collapsed, Meiko immediately went over to her and like checked on her, and she was like, and you could see on Meiko's face like, oh my god, this child. My god, It was
Sorry,
great
I just
matchup.
read one of I just saw one of Jesus's was it Jesus? No, yeah, Jesus's comments. So that I'm not laughing at the situation, especially if it's real. That's fucking scary. You know, we've seen it before in wrestling, real and stage.
Yes.
Like, trust me, it's not funny. I just saw a stupid fucking comment from Jesus
Which
and
one did you see?
Savannah's dad, Savannah,
Oh,
watches
wow.
the
I
show.
was like, you just saw that?
I just saw, yeah.
I thought like something just came through, and I was like, I didn't see anything. Oh no, that's
No,
not good.
I just went back. I just went back and read that one.
Ugh. But yeah, those are my 3 picks: Jamie Hayter, Roxanne Perez, Meiko Sadamoto.
Yeah, I only have one.
Okay.
Same as you, one of yours, Jamie Hayter. She retained, like you said, she's so organically over with the crowd. Honestly, I'm not saying that it's not deserved, but it was a little unexpected, especially because Jamie was working with Britt, you know, kind of under her, if you will, because you know Britt was the champ when she debuted, and you know it was more about her. But obviously, Britt was more in the spotlight. Jamie Hayter was just there to kind of help her out, and now the tables kind of flipped, and Jamie's so over with the crowd. And she had the pink bangs at Revolution. I think that was fucking cool. And the gear and Britt's outfit, like they matched. It was super cute. That outfit was amazing.
Some cute shit.
Yeah, and then on Dynamite, they had a segment. That was it. Oh, actually, Saraya had him, right? No, Ruby Soho had a match with Sky Blue. Dude, I feel bad for Sky Blue. Sky Blue is just the poor girl that they put up against wrestlers that need a win to make them look dominant. I'm like, dude, Sky, like, there's other wrestlers out there. You can get local talent. You can get, like, Sky, like, don't do that to Sky Blue, okay?
Did
like,
Ruby get her gauge ripped out?
I think so, because I saw, like, blood, like, coming out of her ear.
I feel like I missed something that happened in the match.
I didn't see where it happened, but, like, yeah, I just saw blood, like, around her ear, and then the other side there was a gauge.
That's suspicious.
Yeah, I saw the gauge in one ear, and then the other just blood. I was like, ugh.
Oh, that must
took me back to like with Jeff Hardy and Randy Orton. Oh, that's just still no, makes me so uneasy.
Yeah, so now
but yeah, so do better with Sky Blue. She's talented as fuck, super sweet girl. But other than that, during the segment, you know, they had attacked Sky Blue. Will Nightingale came out, so it seems like the way they're going with this, obviously, especially now since Ruby Soho, who did choose the outsiders, the outcasts, freelancers, whatever the fuck you want to call them, she chose their side as she did come from WWE. So now it really seems like, you know, oh, something's gonna happen. So it seems like it's gonna be Saraya, Toni Storm, Ruby Soho. I don't know who else they're gonna get. But on the other side, it seems like it's gonna be not Ruby, Britt, Jamie, maybe Sky Blue and Willow Nightingale, and maybe the fifth like surprise will be Hikaru Shida.
I think
I don't know.
Statlander will be on that team just because she was name dropped again recently.
That is true.
And she should be coming back soon, hopefully.
I hope so. If she's not cleared, then I think definitely Sky Blue, because she's kind of eventually she kind of got reeled in with this match, and she got the L, and she's technically homegrown because she's, you know, kind of starting in AEW. Not started, but she's kind of building herself up in AEW.
Yeah.
So,
she didn't come from WWE, Impact, anything like that.
Exactly. So who knows? But again, I think that'll happen if Statlander is not cleared by the time they want to do all this, which I want to assume is Double or Nothing, because they keep talking about the pay-per-view. So maybe they're going to start making some matches.
Maybe. Matt said, "Love Sky Blue. We love Sky Blue in this episode."
Yeah, she's so nice. You know, she lost her match on Dark, and she was still high-fiving fans. I was one of them. I was like, "Hi, Sky." And she high-fived us, and she was all nice. I was like, she just lost her match, and she's like taking it like a champ, and still high-fiving people, saying hi and all that.
As she should. She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
In my manses, I have one. It's John Cena. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Tell me why.
This man's cried walking out into this arena, whatever, because he even said it might be, he doesn't know if it's the last time he will be walking out in this arena. So he cried. I cried. He gave a shout out to Stu, the cameraman. Loved that.
We love shout outs.
Roasted the shit out of Austin Theory, rightfully so. And people were pissed that Cena quote unquote buried Austin Theory. No. Y'all need to relax. Cena did what Cena has done in the past. He goes toe to toe with people. Ergo Roman Reigns. He did with AJ.
Yeah.
I can't remember anyone else off my head. But he did it with Dwayne. He does this. He goes there if he needs to. So people were like, "Oh my god, John Cena." I don't care. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. I didn't want it for the title, but I will take this match just because I love John Cena, and we don't know how much time he has left in wrestling. So yeah. I will take this. I didn't want it for the title, but I will allow it. Jesus.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm mad he didn't bury him enough. See.
He was already like 12 feet under.
Bro, he said, "I'd rather have a bald spot than have them pipe in fake crowd noise." Oh my god.
Bro, I'm like, shh, clear, boom.
Bro, I was shook.
I'm like, Theory, it's okay. I can't roll up my sleeves that much, but I'm CPR certified, bro. It's okay. I got you. I'll bring you back to life after that.
She said, "I'm CPR certified, y'all."
I won't give you rescue breath, but I'll do the compressions. It's cool.
Damn, that's fucked up. But I understand. Don't revive him. All right. We don't have to. Yeah. So Cena is my one and only pick.
Your one and only pick. Okay, I have one as well, but I also have a shout out.
Okay.
Because I like to give flowers. I think I'll just start with my pick. I'm pretty sure it's a little obvious.
No idea.
There was honestly a lot of picks just off Revolution alone. But obviously this is biased, but my opinion is match of the night went to that Texas death match. It was absolutely incredible. I'm giving my pick to my guy, my cowboy, my man's Hangman Page. He not only won the match, he wore a sexy ass outfit. It wasn't the chest, but it's okay because I freaking loved those jeans. He came out to the Ghost Rider theme, which was super fucking cool. He had the red light. It was just, oh my god. He had a fucking black leather jacket. I'm like, damn. I'm like, he's really getting like that's all I could say. I was like, damn. Like he looked fucking hot. And the match was just incredible. Like, honestly, it was a match I wasn't sure who was going to win, especially as the match kept going on. I was like, oh my god, who's going to fucking win this? Because none of them were giving up. And honestly, I thought Mox was going to have Hangman after he curb stomped his fucking head onto the bricks. I'm like, oh my god, he's been through this. Mox has been through that. Okay, it was cinder blocks, but still, he's had his head stomped through some sort of, like, block of something. Oh my god, that match, like I was literally like screaming during that match, like at some spots. I was like, oh my god. Hangman wrapping himself up in barbed wire and doing a moonsault. He did the lariat too with the barbed wire. He got thrown through a fucking table from the top turnbuckle that had barbed wire on it. And if you saw what he looked like on Dynamite after Revolution, oh my god, this dude
fucked up.
Yeah, I was like, wow, good ass match, super amazing. I need to go back and watch that match. It was super good. Which, by the way, shout out to Katie because she's the reason why I get to watch the papes. I know we've been like kind of going half, but still, it's better than paying $50. And even before then, she was the reason why I was freaking watching them. So shout out to Katie. But oh my god, that match was fucking incredible, and he came out on top. And the way he finished it, oh my god. I know some people say it was like, doing what Kenny Omega did. People were saying he was bringing back the old Hangman. I think it was a little bit of both, because, he hung Mox with the chain over the freaking top rope. Kenny Omega did do that, but obviously when Hangman does it, he fucking runs. I'm just kidding. I love you, Candy. But it was also Hangman used to do that. He used to hang people with his rope over the fucking ring. So he brought back old Hangman. So he didn't bring back the rope, but you know what? I will take that because that again, he used to do that shit, and I wanted the rope back. I wanted him to go fucking crazy, and he did. He still didn't have spurs. Damn it, Hangman. At this point, I think I just need to give him the spurs myself,
You might have to.
just to be like, look, use these next time. And like I said last week, Hangman is the king of the Texas Death Match because he's now 3-0 in Texas Death Matches. This dude's fucking phenomenal. I've never seen, like, especially after the All Out situation, I've never seen so many people behind Hangman after what happened. Because people were kind of getting on him too. But now I feel like it's kind of like, you showed, like, look, forget everything that you've heard about him. Because again, you don't even know if it's true. Well, we do, but except the whole promo thing. But again, it was just a fucking promo.
True.
Forget about all that. Hangman Page is a top guy. He doesn't need a faction. He doesn't need to be in a tag team. He doesn't need somebody else to build him up. He clearly can do that himself. And honestly, this dude needs gold on him once again. My ultimate dream is that it happens at Double or Nothing, the same pay-per-view where he shouldn't have lost the title. God help us all. Fucking give Hangman some gold. He fucking deserves it. And that Texas Death Match was proof. Hangman Page is my fucking pick. And massive shout out to Jon Moxley, because like I always say, it takes two to tango. One match is not, it takes two to make a good match. And again, Mox is just absolutely resilient, and he's still not on vacation. After all that, he's still not even on vacation.
Yeah, I mean, guys, it takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of sight. Come on.
And speaking of Jon Moxley, did you see on Twitter that, or Renee had posted on her story, that Jon Moxley asked her,
yeah.
would you like to bang
via email?
But I'm like, how
romance is not dead, people.
It's not dead. I'm like, how professional. He asked her through email. That was fun.
That's iconic. And before we jump into question of the week, Heel Tactic said, I wish they would have put the title on someone else at Elimination Chamber so it wouldn't be on Theory for the Cena match. That's exactly what I said. I said, put the title on Montez Ford, let him go to the moon, and we get this match without the title.
Yeah, exactly. Or you could have put it on Seth Rollins so he could kick Logan Paul's ass and still, because I know they would have made that into a title match, and then he could kick his ass and be like, you really thought you were going to get some gold, bitch? Think again.
Fuck a bitch named Logan Paul.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So Auga picks. Now, yesterday, today's Thursday as we record this, as you guys know, March 9th. Yes. Yesterday, Wednesday, March 8th, was International Women's Day. Shout out to the women.
Yep.
And we are in Women's History Month. So it's only fitting that we kind of just, briefly talk about some women's wrestlers from growing up who inspired us, ones that we love or who inspire us now, and then we'll do a few women's wrestlers who we think will be like the future of wrestling and help inspire another generation younger than me and the child over here.
Yeah.
So, growing up for you, give me like two women that you can remember seeing on TV and being like, that's a star. I'm drawn to her because of this. Like, whether it was like when you were watching with your dad, whether it was like when you were old enough to understand what was happening on TV and not just being like, why are these random people in a ring?
Yeah. Honestly, first female wrestler I fell in love with, AJ Lee. I mean, she is fucking incredible. I missed her in the ring, but I know she's not back because she retired. And according to CM Punk, she has a bad neck. And I mean, I'd rather her, if she doesn't feel comfortable risking, injuring herself further or like hurting herself, obviously I understand. I don't feel like, oh, shame on you, put us first. No, age. I mean, she had a hell of a run. You know, she before Nikki Bella um took the title. She was the longest reigning Divas champion at the time.
Mm-hmm.
She honestly made that Divas title not the Divas title. Like that was honestly, it was called the Divas title and it was shaped like the damn butterfly. But honestly, AJ's kind of who made it the women's title. She kind of planted those seeds and showed that look, just because it's a Divas title now and they made it a pink butterfly, like she kind of held the value of the women's title before the Divas title kind of came and was introduced.
Yeah.
So she's always been special, and I hope she knows how much she's not only inspired me, but also a lot of other girls out there who were different. You know, she always talks about, well, I like video games, I like Marvel. I was like a geek, I'm a nerd, but it's okay because she was a fucking champ. She was a badass and well loved by everyone else. Yeah. So you could be yourself, be true to yourself, and you could still get lots of love through that. So AJ was kind of the first woman who kind of showed me that.
I get you. This is really fucking about the show. How different we are in age, even though we're really not. If you think.
Oh yeah, I already know who yours is.
So I have two, and it's kind of cheating because I caught the tail end of China when I started watching wrestling and could like understand it. China was this dominant force. She didn't look like the other women at the time. She was with DX, and like I loved DX as a kid. I shouldn't have, but here we are. So like she was an enforcer. She made history by being the first woman in a men's rumble. So seeing that, I was like, she is one of the strongest people I've ever seen in my entire life, and I want to be, you know, little Katie. I want to be strong like China when I grow up. And then little further in years, still young, but early 2000s, Lita. I know Lita's currently still wrestling, but it still counts.
Yeah.
It was the tomboy-esque, which if you know me as a person, that's literally me to a T. It was the not give a fuck attitude. It was the high flying ability, which you didn't really see women doing. Lita has one of the best moonsaults of all time. Fuck off, Charlotte. You ain't got nothing on Lita Salt. Come on now. It was just everything about it. She held her own against the men, took multiple chair shots from Stone Cold to the back.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Was in the first steel cage. Her and Trish main evented Raw. Lita was my inspiration. If I could, there will be eventually a Lita cosplay, specifically because the hair is red now.
I know, it's perfect.
It'll happen eventually. Maybe when I'm a little more confident with myself, but we'll get there. But that just proves that Bayley and Becky have said it like now. Lita and Trish were the inspiration for that generation of women. And the same for me. Like, they're the reason, Lita and Trish are the reason Bayley and Becky and Io and Dakota and everyone else, or for the most part, became wrestlers. So, love Lita. We stand Lita in this household.
Yeah.
So we go from our childhood, our past, to currently. Give me
currently
2 or 3, or just one if you only have one, women who are currently wrestling that you have this, like, god damn it, this fucking mic, this type of, whether they inspire you, whether it's the gear, whether it's the personalities, just something resonates with you from them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. So, I have a couple.
Okay.
But here's the thing, like, maybe, like, because they're not wrestlers, there's a couple others that aren't wrestlers, but I still think they kind of contribute in what they do, and I'll bring that up a little later.
Okay.
But I know that's kind of cheating, but still, it's women's history. They're still ladies, so, I mean, I think it counts. Yeah, laddies. So, currently, well, actually, fuck, there's so many, Katie. Okay, so there's two that are non wrestlers and three that are wrestlers. I'll just name the wrestlers right now. The three are Becky Lynch. Mm-hmm. She was, I fucking love Becky Lynch. Seen her in her NXT days, seen her grow to, the fucking badass that she is right now. I love the man thing because it just goes to show that I don't give a shit and that I'm a fucking lady and I am the fucking man. Like, go fuck yourself, dudes, Mm-hmm. There's a new man in town and it's me, bitches. That was her, basically. That was her attitude and I loved it. Kind of similar boat, and that is Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, because like I mentioned this, I believe was it last week or was it no? Was it last? I don't remember if I mentioned it like last week or when I recorded my what if series for Light the Fuse, which I still need to work on. But anyways, I mentioned that Britt kind of found herself, then the pandemic was kind of like a blessing in disguise for her. That was like her moment to like really build herself up into, I know she's a face now, but before then she built herself into the wrestler that we all know and love, and she was like the top female for the longest time. Yeah. And she kind of she carried it was last week because we talked about how Sheeta carried the wrestling aspect and Britt was the one who held down the fort in the promo aspect. And that was not the same Britt Baker in Ring of Honor that I would see. She was, she was a little more timid. She was a little more shy, the good girl. And then she turned heel and all that fucking changed. And she blossomed into this amazing wrestler that we all know today. Mm-hmm. And on top of that, what makes it inspiring, and I know people kind of give her shit for this, which is, for me, it's confusing as hell because why? Is that because she's also a full-time dentist. She does two things that she fucking loves to do, and people give her shit because she takes away opportunities on both ends. People are like, there could have been another dentist or there could have been another wrestler who had your spot. Like, because you're doing both, you're selfish and you're taking a spot away from someone. And it's like, no, you can do both. Mm-hmm. There, and she's living proof that she is a full-time dentist. She has her own fucking office. Yep. And she's a full-time wrestler. She was holding down the fort. She was top of the division. And she did both, and she made it look so fucking easy. She made it look so easy, and I'm pretty sure it was so hard. There was times where she was posting about how she was flying from, like, from fucking Texas to, well, I don't know, is it in Florida or in Pennsylvania? I don't know where the hell she has her office, but it's east. That's all I gotta say. It's on the East Coast. She's going back east, going back and forth. I believe she, from like a Double or Nothing weekend, she was in her office, and then the day after she went to Vegas. Like, she did a whole like cross-country flight in like the span of like a day, and she makes it work. And I don't know why people give her shit for that, because it's not deserved. It just goes to show that she's so hard at working. People have given her shit on Twitter for that, and she was confused, like, what the fuck? Like, she could do both, and she has done both, and she's done both really well, because she's shown us on, she's shown us on TV. It just how amazing she is. And the last one, for the wrestlers, we haven't seen her in a while. I do miss her, and I do hope she's okay. But Thunder Rosa, I've mentioned this. Was it last year? I think it was last year when she won the title. Yeah, last year she won. Oh my god, almost a year ago she won the title, and I fucking cried on here, guys.
Yes, you did.
About her winning, and I was lucky enough in the summer of last year to explain to her how much she means to me, because she did a virtual meet and greet. She's one of the sweetest, kindest people ever. I missed her at All Out because she got injured, and even her meet and greet was canceled, and I was devastated. Mm-hmm. But she's also an inspiration to me, because not only is she a phenomenal wrestler, she's a badass, but she's one of us. She's Hispanic herself. Mm-hmm. She represents all of us, Hispanics, Mexican Americans, whatever you want to call us, Latinos, whatever you want to call us. Exactly. She represents all of us and shows that, like, look, we're not less than anyone else just because of our ethnicity. Like, we are just as good, if not, we can be better. Yeah. And you shouldn't judge us or fucking freaking talk down to us and treat us poorer than others because of our ethnicity. And she's just kind of proven to me that, look, it doesn't, like, don't let that stop you. That's basically what she's proven to me, that, like, don't let people, ignorant fucks, stop you from wanting to do what you love, or don't let them get in the way of your happiness. That's basically what Thunder Rosa has shown me, and I do miss her a lot, and I hope she's okay, and I hope we get to see her in the ring soon, because fuck, it's been way too long. I miss her so much. But yeah, and just really quick, because I know I'm taking a little long here. um the two people I just kind of want to mention, they're not wrestlers specifically, but honestly, I believe they do play a huge role, especially as like women, and they do personally inspire me. I made 2 Instagram stories dedicated to each one of them, and that is Matt Jackson's wife, Dana. Dana runs the merchandising, and I believe she does something else in AEW, but she does that full time, and on top of that, she's a full-time mother of 2, and I believe her kids are, I think they're homeschooled. So yeah. I'm like, holy shit. So she's holding down the fort and doing all this. Basically, anything you see merchandise-wise with AEW, she had a major role in that. And she's doing all that, and she's been nothing but supportive, during the Bucks' journey from when they were at the bottom to where they are now. She's not been nothing but, supportive and had their back. Everything you see on this wall right here, from the figures to the headbands, she probably had some part in making sure that these were able to come and be on my wall, and everyone else's merchandise in AEW. So whether you have a figure, whether you have a shirt, the freaking scissor foam fingers that the Acclaim has, she more than likely had a big part in why that is something available to the broader audience of AEW. And I think, honestly, it goes unnoticed. Obviously, we don't see her a lot. We barely see her, like, on Being the Elite. So the fact is that I just want to give her credit where it's due, because, without her, there's no merchandise. She's the reason why there's merchandise, not just for the Young Bucks, but for everyone in AEW. She runs that shit. She's the captain of that ship. And the other person is Brendan Cutler's wife, Denise Cutler, because she's just inspiring to me, because she kind of inspires my creative side. I am more creatively gifted than academically gifted. It is so bad. It's bad. I'm not good academically, but creatively, I'm a little bit better. And, she's the mastermind behind all the Young Bucks gear, and she does such a phenomenal job. And it just kind of shows me that, like, look, with work, you can make something beautiful. And without her, the Bucks would be wrestling in fucking boxers or something. So I just think she deserves a little bit of credit. I know they'll give her credit on, like, BTE, or even, like, the Bucks have shouted her out. But I just wanted to know that I acknowledge her. Like, she's we the one. Yeah. Yeah, she's the tribal chief of the Bucks gear. And I just want her to know, and I've let her know, that, her hard work doesn't go unnoticed either, because I'm pretty sure it takes a lot. She doesn't even take commissions for other things outside of wrestling, because the Bucks gear alone is already a lot on her plate. So I can only imagine how hard it is to not only make one set of gear, but having to do that times 2 with different measurements, I'm pretty sure, because of each one. So yeah, those are like 5 of the women who have been inspiring me currently right now.
There you go.
Matt.
Yeah, I know. I was trying not to laugh. I'm not reading that out loud, but it's funny though.
Yeah.
So, Rhea Ripley's one for me for a multitude of reasons. Not only do I love her, I love Rhea Ripley. It's the way that she's not the typical looking women's wrestler that we've seen in WWE. It's especially now with the black hair and the dark makeup and the all black and all the tattoos. She's a badass. Yeah. She is a China-esque figure in this generation, and I already talked about how much I loved China growing up. So for me now, it's seeing that, and like I was petitioning, if Rhea didn't win the Rumble, or even if she did win the Rumble, to go into the men's Rumble too, and like have her have a go in that, because she could. She has had men's matches, and like I'm all about intergender wrestling, and it's the fact that Rhea, she went from timid, mind you, she's my age, she is 26, She went from
Cheryl.
yeah, her, me, and MJF are all the same age. I don't want to talk about it. They're thriving. I'm yeah.
Dang. No, I don't mean like I'm not laughing at you. I just think like you guys are the three of you are like complete polar opposites. The three of you are like so different.
Yeah,
But
me,
yet you're all the
mommy,
same
the
age.
rat bastard. It's a thing. So she went from this timid, shy Australian girl coming to America to wrestle in the Mae Young Classic, getting compared to Charlotte Flair. I mean, I wrote an article about it on my Substack. Go check it out. It's really good. Shameless plug. It's in the link tree. Go check it out. But then turned herself around, embraced this metal music that she loves and this new attitude, and everything about it just works for her and helps her stand out even more than she already has in the past. So Rhea's always going to be one. And I swear to God, she better win at Mania or...
Oh, she has to. She has to.
Heads will roll. Do you understand?
I will flip a damn table. Like back to the whole full circle moment shit that we like to talk about.
Full circles? Yes.
Charlotte beat her for her title at Mania 36.
Yes.
Time to take revenge. And especially now that Rhea's like a badass, brutal, doesn't give a fuck heel. Like this, she needs to beat her ass. Like, and she gots to.
She will.
She better.
Another one, you did bring her up, Britt, 100%. Not only the hometown girl, Britsburg, shout out. I have met her. She is a wonderful human being.
Oh, I met her too.
She's very, like you said, she is inspirational. She is proving that you can do both things that you love to do. You can do all the things you love to do at the same time. And going back to one of Matt's things, he said, are there finite amount of dentists we can have in each state or per state, which that whole thing like is just absurd. The fact people are just gonna shit on all the women's stuff because they want to have opinions that don't matter at this point. So that doesn't even bother me anymore. It's just whatever. So Britt, especially because she held it down for AEW, she did everything she had to do in AEW, and she's still a key component of this women's division that is continuing to grow, thankfully. And I'm also going to say Bianca Belair. Bianca has busted her ass since... Became a fan because of Total Divas. She has gone on record in saying that. Busted her ass since NXT. Yeah. Got the short end of the stick almost every single time in NXT. Didn't win gold down there. Came to the main roster. Became more so the EST. Has inspired countless women. The amount of little girls with the Bianca braid, and it's the cutest fucking stuff I've ever seen in my entire life. Makes the her Halloween own costumes. Gear. You're talking about gear. She makes her own gear. Makes Montez's gear. Had to Instacart a sewing machine for Elimination Chamber to make Montez Ford's gear. She is an inspiration to a lot of people, including myself. And same thing with Rhea. Like, one of the strongest women, can go pound for pound with the men. I would love to see her have an intergender match with someone. Hell, have her and Montez, like, just wrestle for 5 minutes, and it would be the coolest thing anyone's ever seen in their entire life.
Yeah.
Like, so I would say those three for now. There's obviously a lot of women, but I kind of thought of the question today, but had the idea yesterday, more so thought it out today. So those are my three. And then for the future, any talent that, or any of the women that are just starting wrestling, or ones you have just noticed and you think could be the future, ones that you think could be the next Becky, Rhea, Bianca, Britt,
well, I feel like she's already kind of like on her way there, and if not, she is there. I was gonna say Jamie because she's still very young, but like I don't think that counts. As far as like I'm trying to think, because it's
so one that I can think of, she has only been wrestling for maybe like 3-4 years. It's Roxanne Perez.
Yeah.
Champ champion of Ring of Honor at 19, had a breakout year in last year and this year going now. NXT Tag Team Champion, breakout tournament winner, like the current NXT Women's Champion, kicking ass, taking names, and she's still so young.
Yeah.
She's like 21.
It's crazy how she went from losing a winner takes all match against Deonna Purrazzo to now being the top of the NXT women's division and still fucking killing it.
Yeah.
Vince kind of took one of mine. I was gonna say Sky Blue. I was giving her flowers earlier. I told her they need to book her better because she is a part of the future. She's young as hell. She's talented. She knows she's got a sweet, loving personality. That's the future of your women's division. Treat them right.
Yeah, honestly, Sky Blue. I mean, you could say a lot for the AW women's division. I mean, Jade can, if they do her right and do everything right by her, Jade could be the next big star that you have and utilize properly. And I mean, she also inspires a bunch. I mean, she brought her daughter out after she won against, I think, Kiera.
Oh, I know.
And it was the cutest thing. And like, she is a mom and she is busting her ass and has only been in the game 2 years, maybe 3 now, and she has busted her ass, and I will give her credit for that. And she has the probability, if she keeps going on this trajectory, big words, I know, she can be a star and get the interactions and the crowd behind her. Tiffany Stratton's also a good one. Shush. Sorry, it's my birth alarm. Tiffany Stratton, NXT, very young, new to the game, has a Christopher Daniels-esque style moonsault, so you know it's better than Charlotte's. I'm just shitting on Charlotte's moonsault any chance I get because it's terrible, and it's just the truth. Tiffany can be that next bad girl, like the daddy's princess kind of character that she is. She can be that. And I'm sticking to NXT for a second. Sol Ruka is a goddamn star. She has been wrestling for less than a year, has one of the coolest finishers I've ever seen. Soul Snatcher? Snatched. Crazy. And she was like a part of that and Next in Line thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was gonna say next in line, but that doesn't really make sense. And like I said, she has only been wrestling for like a year, maybe 2 tops. I am putting a lot of stock into Sol Ruka. I have a lot of faith in her.
Yeah, it's because like also if you want to, because there's the difference between like young talent starting out, but then there's also talent that maybe have been starting out, but now they're in like a company that's being seen by a bigger audience. So it could be like, for example, I first thought I was thinking of was like Willow Nightingale. She's like 29, but she's still fresh in AEW and everyone loves her. So I feel like she can definitely, like, with more time and, booking her more, they've booked her to win a few times, she's 29, still pretty young.
Yeah.
She can definitely, I think, hold down the fort with time, build her up, she can carry the women for like in the next generation, if you will. I know people were saying like this is the next generation. Like, so I saw a post, I don't remember where I saw it. I think it was Instagram. Someone said like this is the next generation of wrestling or of AEW, and it showed like it was like MJF. I believe it was like everyone who won their respective matches, or mostly everyone who won their respective matches in at Revolution. It was MJF, Jamie Hayter, Hangman Page, the House of Black. Yeah. So I'm like, you see like wrestlers like that. So for example, Hangman's like 31, but if people can still view him as like the
Yeah.
next generation. So that's, I guess I'm trying not to take age into account here. That's why I said
Yeah,
Willow.
that's more so what I was saying. Like if they're super young, like I said, Roxanne is like barely 21.
Yeah.
It's whether they don't have a lot of time. So Rook has had 2 years. Like, yeah,
Vince said I'm 30, I'm showing my age. Well,
yeah,
everyone ages differently, Vince.
true.
Um, if they could get her, for the love of God, away from Sammy Guevara, turn her face again, then I think Ty Mello definitely has a chance of holding down the fort.
Yeah,
But right now is not the best example because right now I know we were talking about she's injured, which I mean, go heal first. Don't
yeah,
come back prematurely. CM Punk is a prime example of what happens when you do that. Um, but before then, even then, she was kind of having like, I hate to say it, but like a trip, if you will, like a fall. She kind of tumbled a little bit.
mm-hmm.
People were talking about how she went from, having title matches with, I do agree, Vince, NJ is greater
Yeah.
than
NJ is
Ty
better.
Mello. But I think she's also the future. She's young as hell too. She's like 24, I think.
Yeah,
So I think both of them also could be like, or maybe have one or the other. Like, how about make them feud with each other? Fuck. Have one of them turn face. Shit, that was my phone. Have one of them turn face. Let the other one stay heel. I feel like Ty gets more heat than Anna, so
yeah,
if anything, just turn Anna face. Have Ty turn on Anna. Let them feud, and then right there, you can show that both of them are like the future. They could
yeah.
eventually be like the next wrestling soulmates. Like you'll have like that, just like the bitter, as fucking Michael Cole would say, the bitter rivalry between the two of them, because that never really ends because just of how much their friendship was, like how meaningful their friendship was before someone went into heel.
Hey, listen.
Thinking a lot.
As someone who's writing Fight Forever Wrestling Soulmates Part 3 and slacking, I'm doing better, I promise. I understand. I have gone through histories of people and the
Yeah.
amount of times, like, I just for this next part, one of the pairings is Becky and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Like, that's
They
best friends to bitter rivals. Indy
and
Hartwell.
fucking Indy Hartwell. That's a good one. Um, I was thinking back to Becky and Charlotte really quick. I don't know how they are now, but remember there was like the rumors that they were not happy with each other, like
Yeah.
in real life. So I'm like, shit, I think this went a little too far, though, from the friendship to bitter rivals.
Yeah, that
But
one. Yeah, that one we did to be determined with how they actually are now. But yeah,
yeah,
Indy's definitely a good one too. She is not getting the proper showcase. Then she is really good. She has improved a lot over her years in NXT.
yeah, right. Not a good example, but because she's currently a mommy, she's currently playing the role of mom. But what's her name? I can't think of her name. I'm trying to think of her actual name. But Peyton Royce, I don't know
Oh,
why I
Cassie
can't
Lee.
think of her. Cassie Lee. Her and Jessica McKay, I think, could definitely hold up a women's division, especially a women's tag division. But again,
Mm-hmm.
right now, like, Cassie's being mommies, and that's okay. A mommy, not mommy, that's Rhea.
That is
But
real.
Cassie's being a mommy right now, which I mean, absolutely happy, still very happy for her. Still glad she's doing good and stuff. Still
Yeah.
like to watch her video when she found out she was pregnant. So sweet.
Oh, it's so
But
cute.
her, and honestly, like, I know maybe even like if things did turn out well for them in the WWE, they probably would have taken that break, so Cassie can go be a mom,
Yeah.
which I mean is totally fine. But what I'm saying is that, like, I feel like if they were never released, I feel like they just didn't book them as well as they should have. The Iconics.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should have done a lot more with them. I honestly think that them, I'm blanking on other tag teams. Them and, like, imagine the Iconics versus Boston Glow.
Oh yeah.
Like,
There you go.
that would have been really good. Or even like, but they kind of screwed them over, and that's why Ruby Soho's with AEW. But Ruby
Riot
Riot
Squad.
and Liv Morgan, the
Yeah.
Riot Squad, were another great tag team that I feel like, had WWE not fucked up so much, especially with the releases,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the women's tag division could have been so much better now than it is. Like, I feel like, first of all, I don't even think Sasha Banks and Naomi would have never walked out.
True.
But
Yeah.
you know, the division would have just been so much better, and it's unfortunately not the case. But
yeah. And last thing before we start closing out, Vince said Io and Dakota as singles stars
oh,
could lead to one or
absolutely.
both breaking out as top
Or
stars.
even
Yeah.
Tegan.
Oh,
Even Tegan
definitely.
Knox. Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. All of the names we have said, truth.
And there's more. I'm pretty sure that I
There's
can't think of it at the
definitely
moment.
more. So what you all can do is you can reply to the tweet that will be sent out tomorrow morning. Excuse me, or comment on the YouTube and tell us which women wrestlers inspired you as children, who currently inspire you or are your favorite people now, and who you think the future is. We like this communication, not just in the live chats, but all the time.
Exactly.
All of the time. So with that, before we close out, Savannah, you know the drill. Tell people where they can find you, what you're working on, what all that fun stuff.
Okay. So you can find me at Y2Garcia _. There's no underscore. It's not me. You can find me there on Instagram and on Twitter. I have actually quite a bit going on. I'm a little busy this weekend. So I'm probably gonna try and have the newest episode of Light the Fuse up sometime this weekend for sure. As far as Battle of the Valley recap, I still haven't found anyone, and at this point I think I'm too late. I feel like it's already well past. They're already moving on, you know. So I still want to try and do some sort of, especially because I'm on spring break this week, I want to try and do some sort of New Japan episode just so I can get a fucking episode out. Maybe I'll do what I did with like the Fuse, but just throw it into New Japan. Who knows? But yeah, I want to try and figure something out. So maybe there will be something next week for New Japan Takeover. Just this past week, like I said, and like even the week before then. This past week was school. The week before then was personal issues. It's just been a little rough. So forgive me. I've had this like the Fuse episode recorded since like a couple weeks ago, and I still haven't had it up. If that doesn't show you just how freaking chaotic things have been, I don't know what will. But like I said, I'm a little busy this weekend for once in my life. Podcast wise. So not tomorrow. Sunday we have botch spots and chair shots. I almost messed it up.
It is really hard to say.
With Will on Sunday. I'm gonna be there. So you should check it out. It's my first time being a guest there. I'm really excited. And then on Monday, well, maybe I should let Katie talk about that. So something else is happening on Monday, which is Matt Jackson's birthday. Damn, Katie. It's like you knew.
Oh
it's like you knew that's when you.
It's like I
anyways, but yeah, so I'm a little bit, and then again, the new episode of Light the Fuse will be out sometime this weekend. So yeah, I'm a little busy this week. Wow, check me out. I actually have a podcast live.
Finally, so proud of you, child.
Finally, I know. Thank you. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing this weekend. So yeah, I actually have stuff going on. Katie, you can go ahead and take over now.
She's like, I want to stop talking. Please take over.
Yeah, I'm like, please help.
You can follow me on Twitter at KatieReston13. The link to I'm about to take all things ShElite Showcase. Twitch.tv/ShElite Showcase. Typically 6 p.m.-ish Eastern time on Thursdays. You can find us live. If you missed the live, you can check the video, youtube.com/ShElite Showcase. I say watch the videos because they're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts if you need to listen. ShElite, as you guys know, is the brand. It's the weekly show you are currently watching. Inside the Mind of, a new episode is out now with Brian. He is also known as The Gift if you want to check that out. Yes. Savannah hinted at something that we were doing on Monday.
Yeah.
It's almost like I do an interview series and people have been wanting the interview with Savannah. You guys can put the pieces together. I have faith in you.
Oh boy.
Let's just say we might be getting in the mind of somebody else on the screen that's not me this time.
Someone who is known as a certain nation sensation, a fire-breathing, certain person eating, a certain kind of life and
Jesus
some
Christ.
sort of senorita that Katie knows.
Some type of senorita.
Some sort of Adam to her Adam Cole baby.
Yes,
Yes, it's little
it's
Adam
actually
Cole.
little Adam Cole. You guys are right. How'd you know?
Oh,
Yeah, little Adam Cole and I will
Adam
just have a
Cole.
nice one-on-one. He's precious.
He's so cute.
Precious little bean. So
Yeah.
that will be happening. That'll drop in 2 Mondays from now. Spoiler. So that will be filmed and ready. And so Savannah and I, like Savannah said, we will be on Botch Spots and Chair Shots Sunday. With Allison and Will. Don't necessarily remember what we're talking about. Will told us like 2 months ago.
Either.
So
yes,
we'll be there. We'll be talking about some stuff. I will be on Botch Spots and Chair Shots in about 45 minutes. If you watch us after the fact. For trivia night, I would like to redeem myself on trivia because I'm me. Tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to SmackDown. I'm currently in the process of doing another little SmackDown vlog, trying to add to it. Then I will also be on Smacking at Raw. After that,
damn, Katie.
Yeah. Yesterday,
I thought I was busy.
Yeah. Yesterday we did me, Will, Allison, TC from Young Kings, and Matt also was there on Vince's channel, Straight Talk. We did a women's wrestlers March Madness-esque thing with 64 women. It was 2 hours of arguing and figuring out who the best women's wrestler in 2023 is. It's a whole thing. I don't know when that'll be out. You can probably check the replay out now, but be on the lookout for that. You know, we be doing a lot out here. It's Women's History Month. We gotta step up our game, y'all. Cause who run the world? Girls. Exactly. I think I'll have to see if that's been a title. If that's not been a title, that will be the title this week.
I don't. Let me look it up really quick.
Savannah's gonna look that up.
I'll just.
But we're gonna go. So if y'all don't know,
yeah.
If that be the title, that be the title. If not, you guys will find out what the title is because I won't know at the time. Before that, Vince said the replay is available now on his YouTube channel and the audio will be up on Sunday.
It has not been a title. Yay!
Perfect. All right. Well, around the world, girls. Or it might be girls around the world. I don't know. It'll be something along those lines. But for Y2 Garcia, Savannah, and myself, has been ShElite Showcase. Till next time. Bye-bye.